Hello friends, welcome to Engineering Funda family. In this video, I will explain calculation of power launch by LED inside step index and graded index fiber. So in this video, I will explain calculation of power launch by LED inside step index and graded index fiber. This is my first video in the chapter of optical connector. Here, I will calculate power launched by LED inside step index and graded index fiber without any connector, right? So here, first of all, you need to understand what is radiance of LED. Based on radiance, one can calculate power launched by LED inside step index and graded index fiber. One should know radiance is power per area per solid angle. So here, radiance is power emitted by given light source per area per solid angle. So unit of radiance is watt per meter square steradian. One should know area unit is meter square and solid angle unit is steradian. If you want to calculate power from radiance, then by integrating this radiance with respect to area and with respect to solid angle, one can calculate total power, right? Here, what I'll do is I'll consider this LED as a surface emitting LED. If you observe the radiation pattern of surface emitting LED, then that is Lambertian radiation pattern. So if you know the radiance of surface emitting LED, then by integrating this radiance with respect to area and solid angle, one can calculate power, right? First of all, let me explain what is radiance of surface emitting LED. That is B is equals to B naught cos theta. So this Lambertian radiation pattern of surface emitting LED, that is B naught cos theta. Here B naught is maximum value of radiance, right? If you want to understand total power radiated by MET, then that is pi square Rm square B naught. Here this Rm is radius of surface emitting LED. Like here, if you have surface emitting LED, which is having effective radiation area, which is having radius Rm, then that is this radius Rm, right? So here what I'll do is I'll be considering surface emitting LED that is having Lambertian radiation pattern. That Lambertian radiation pattern is there as per B naught cos theta. Here what I'll do is I'll integrate this radiance with respect to area and solid angle, and I'll calculate power launched by surface emitting LED inside step index and graded index fiber, right? So now I'll explain you calculation of power coupled by surface emitting LED inside step index and graded index fiber. Here you can observe we have surface emitting LED. This surface emitting LED that is having active area over here. With this active area, we have maximum radius Rm. Here we have optical cable, you can observe. With this optical cable, here we have core region and here we have cladding region. See, when you radiate this light inside optical fiber, at that time, light is getting accepted with this acceptance cone only. So here you can observe acceptance angle of fiber. So if light is coming within this region, that is only getting propagated inside core region. The light which is having higher angle than acceptance angle, that is getting lost over here, right? So now what I'll do is I'll calculate power radiated by surface emitting LED. To have a power calculation for surface emitting LED, what we need to do? We need to integrate this radiance with respect to steradian and area. Here I have told you radiance is power per area and solid angle. So for a calculation of power, we need to integrate this radiance with respect to area and solid angle, which is there in terms of steradian, right? So here I'll be doing this integration. Now here with this integration, this first integration that belongs to area and this second integration that belongs to solid angle, which is there in terms of steradian. Now here what I'll do is I'll substitute value of radiance. I have told you for this surface emitting LED, radiance is B naught cos theta. The reason is with this surface emitting LED, we have Lambertian radiation pattern that is B naught cos theta, right? So here, now I'll substitute this B, that is B naught cos theta, and here, now I'll do this integration. For this integration, first of all, you need to understand how area integration is there. Let me substitute limits. See here, for this area calculation, here we will be having double integration, where this theta will vary from 0 to 2 pi, and this radius r, that will vary from 0 to rm, right? So that is how area limits are there. So this is about area calculation. And if you talk about this solid angle limits, then here in bracket I'll place solid angle integration. See here, when you talk about this area calculation, then along with these limits, one should know here we have r dr d theta. Now I'll substitute limits of solid angle. See, with solid angle, we have angle phi that is ranging from 0 to 2 pi, and we have angle theta that is ranging from 0 to theta max. See, this angle theta that will be starting from 0 and it can go up to this maximum angle theta max, right? And here we have B naught cos theta. Let me write that B naught cos theta, and along with this we need to place sin theta d theta d phi. So here we have integration for solid angle, right? Now this integration is quite simple. See here, if you carefully observe this B naught, that is constant, I'll be writing that outside. Here this theta, that is independent inside. Why? The reason is after integration of cos theta sin theta, here we will be having theta max that is independent of theta. So if you integrate theta separately, then integration of 1, that will be theta, which is having limit from 0 to 2 pi. So here I'll be writing directly 2 pi for this first integration. Here for this second integration, here we have r. So integration of r will be r square by 2, where if you substitute limit from 0 to rm, then it will become rm square divided by 2, right? If you observe with this integration, we don't have anything with respect to phi. So integration of phi, that is phi only, where limit is there from 0 to 2 pi. So that will be resulting into 2 pi over here. Now when you see integration of cos theta sin theta, then that will be sin square theta by 2, where with sin square theta by 2, if you substitute limit from 0 to theta max, then that will be sin square theta max divided by 2. See, that is how you can substitute limits over here with this integration, right? Now let us simplify this. So here you can observe this 2 and this 2 is getting cancelled, this 2 and this 2 is getting cancelled. So here we have B naught, then you can observe pi into pi, that is pi square. Here we have rm square, and here we have sin theta max square. One should know for optical fiber, sin theta is numerical aperture. One should know, see, for optical fiber, numerical aperture is sin theta max, right? So here I can say this sin square theta max, that is numerical aperture square, right? So that is how we have power coupled by surface emitting LED inside step index and graded index fiber. Now here there are few basics that you need to understand. First of all, I'll explain you calculation of power coupled by surface emitting LED inside step index fiber. Here power coupled of LED inside step index fiber, that will be B naught pi square Rm square. I have already told you, see, this B naught pi square Rm square, that is power of surface emitting LED, right? So here I'll be saying this is PS into numerical aperture square. And this equation that is valid only if this radius of active area that is lower than radius of optical fiber. Here we have Rm that is lower than or equal to radius of core region, right? If you have Rm which is greater than radius of core, in that case, this equation that will be slightly different. Here you will have to multiply A divided by Rm square along with this, that is PS into numerical aperture square, right? So that is how one can calculate power of LED inside step index fiber. Now let us talk about what will be the equation for graded index fiber. See, power of LED inside graded index fiber that will be having same integration, but here value of numerical aperture that is dependent on this radius as well. And for that calculation is not given in different books. So I'll be directly writing that equation over here. See that power will be P is equals to 2PS N1 square delta into 1 minus 2 divided by alpha plus 2 into Rm divided by A raised to alpha. See here, this N1 that is refractive index of core, and here this alpha that is index profile, right? So this equation that you will have to directly remember. The reason is, see with this integration, now when you talk about numerical aperture for graded index fiber, then that is depending on radius of this fiber, right? It will change with respect to center. The reason is this graded index fiber that is having numerical aperture which is depending on index profile alpha as well. So you'll have to remember this equation for graded index fiber. Now here one more parameter that you need to understand, that is coupled efficiency. See, coupled efficiency that is power radiated by given LED inside fiber, that is P divided by power radiated by given source. So that is PS. Here you can observe PS is substituted, right? So if you take a ratio of P divided by PS, then one can calculate coupled efficiency of given power coupled by source in SI and GI fiber. And if you don't use connectors, in that case, you will be getting lower efficiency. So in next coming videos, I'll explain you different connectors of optical fiber that will improve your understanding further. I hope now you are having fair enough idea about how to understand power coupled by given source inside step index and graded index fiber. Still, if you have any confusion, just place that in comment section. I'll be happy to help you. Thank you so much for watching this video.